Dear all, welcome to Civil Services with ZAKI. Today we are going to discuss about basically what is soil. And as you know, it is related to the major geographical concept series. And as you know, my geographical concept series are based on best graphics, animation, and all that. And also, as you know, we started our new video series. The new video series is 2023 PT special video series, basically current affairs. So this series, so you can watch this video, basically evidence of the oldest evidence of the plate tectonic, and also you can find various topics for in upcoming video, basically upcoming video like the this topic on environment, and also what is the major discoveries, and basically what is the major breakthrough in the science, like this video. So these are the very significant video for 2023 PT. And this video, basically major geographical concept series, is also very significant for PT as well as mains. As you know, such type of the what is the soil productivity and all that are also related to the mains, and what is the concern about the basically Indian agriculture, concerned about the Indian soils and etc. So that's why this video is very significant. So if you are new, then must subscribe our channel for the IAS related video, upcoming IAS related video, and all IAS related video. And if you are already subscribed, then please share this video to all your colleagues, friends, and groups. So let's see the today's topic, what is soil, and see what are the major subtopic in this video. So first is what is soil, and second is what is soils and what does it contain. So what soil contain, and another is what is the mineral fractions of the soils, and another is what are sand, silts, and clay, and another is what is the organic fraction of the soil. So what are the organic materials present in the soil, and another is what about the pore space. So one thing is very significant in the soil, basically pore space, and that's why, because pore space contain about 50% of the soils contains. So what about the pore space, and what is the porosity? So what is the porosity? So for all these topic, please stay with us till the end of this video. So let's we move forward and see what is soils. So if you see the earth's land surface covered by wide range of materials. So if we see the earth land surface, you can find various type of the materials present, whether it is rock, soils, and other things. But some that are classified as a soil, so some we can classify it as soils, and other not soil, like the rocks and other things. So how soil is defined in where is depending on the perspectives of the definer. So how soil is defined, so if you are common people and all things, then you can simply define it as loose materials on the earth surface. So any loose material on the earth surface can be called coil. It is a common. But if you are a geographer, so most of the geographers such material also, so such loose materials also show evidence of the having affected by the in place weathering. So some of the evidence like the in place weathering and other process that produce layer. So for the geographer, they can produce layers and in place weathering, and also support the plant growth. So what is weathering, what is these things, and what is these are process. So if you want to know more about that, then you see my previous video on various topics like the weathering and all that. So you can watch these basically all geographical concept series. We, as you know, we already defined these things about what is the weathering, what is the erosion, what is denudation, etc. So you can watch all these video in our channel. So that's why you can subscribe our channel. So see here, what is soil and what does it contain. So exactly what is soil and what material contained in our soil. So see here, soil is a thin layer of earth surface. As we see, this is our earth surface, a very thin layer present on the earth surface, capable of supporting life. So it is basically supporting life. So consists of basically 4 components. So soil contain 4 components. It means minerals from the perennial rocks, organic materials, living and dead both, water and air. So soil contains 4 major parts. So 4 major parts of the soil: parent materials, organic materials, and pore space means water and air. So if we see, the soil truly interface between the atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. As you know, these 4 spheres interact each other in our planet Earth, and these 4 layers are very significant and vital for the life on Earth. So if anybody asks you what is the interface between these 4 layers, exactly it is soil, because soil contains lithosphere, parent material, hydrosphere, water, atmosphere, air and biosphere, living organism. So soils represents both sphere, all of these 4 sphere. So the 4 soil components interact with each other in environment to determine overall properties of the soil. So overall properties determined by these 4 components and the area's environment. Like some Gangetic belt soil is different from the southern India peninsular soil. So that's because the environment greatly impact on these soil. So what is the impact of the water in soil and other things? As you know, our major geographical concept series continue run this year also, and also we provide you such type of the video like the impact on water of the soils and etc, all that. So see you can watch my this upcoming video. So we move forward and see another things. So see here, this is soil content. So 50% of the soil is pore space, it means air and water, and 45% and 5%, it means 50% solid content, it means 45% mineral, 5% organic matter, 20 to 30% water and 20 to 30% air. So half of solid material and half of pore space. Pore space basically it is the opening within the grain. So if you find such type of the grain within these, and the opening space is these space are called pore space. So see, this is minerals content, this is organic content. So this is organic content, and see, this is pore space, this is pore space. So see, pore space contain air, pore space contain water and such type of the grains of the soils grain, which basically the if you find such type of the plant root basically present here. So this is pore space. So 50% pore space and 50% these 2 things, perennial rocks and organic material, but organic material only contain 5%. Remember that. So let's we forward and move another question. What is the mineral fractions of the soil? So as you know, mineral fraction is the large fractions of our soil, about 40 to 45% present in the soil. So see here, the solid component of soil is comprised mostly of the inorganic solid. This is so, especially several types of the mineral, and we can subdivide minerals into the primary and the secondary minerals. So in these 45% mineral, we can divide it to 2 types. First is primary minerals and another is secondary minerals. So what is primary and what is secondary? So primary minerals are like quartz, are derived directly from the weathering and erosions of the various types of the rock. So primary mineral undergo no transformation during the soil formation. So if you find the primary minerals, so primary minerals not go to the transformation, basically the chemical transformation, so no chemical transformation, but they can reduced in size, but they can reduce. So see, such type of the rock weathered and produced soil. So this type of the grain may be reduced to this type, but they can't change in the chemically. The properties of the this rock and this grain are same. Yeah, so these are basically called primary rock. But the secondary minerals, including the silicates, clay, have undergo fairly intense chemical weathering. So they go to the intense chemical weathering and form mineral were not originally present. So if weathered and go to the and form the soil materials, they completely change from this rock to this due to the chemical weathering. So these are basically not already present in the parental rocks. That's why it is called secondary minerals. So minerals for primary and secondary. I hope you understand. Uh, then we move forward and see this type of the. So these basically the soil particles we can divide into three major types. So see here, we can subdivide size of the particles of soil in three major types: sand, silts, and clay. So sand is the largest soil particles, and as you know, sand can be 0.5 millimeter to 2 millimeter sand. So sand is the largest. Second largest, or we can call is silt, 0.2 to 0.05, and the smallest particle, smallest soil particles are called clay, and basically it is less than 0.02 millimeter. So that's why if you see the clay soil is very smooth and the sandy soil is very rough, because their particle size varies greatly. So we move forward and see the interface. So this graph, if you see this graph, plot the abundance of different types of the mineral that typically occur in the each size in the particle. So if you see such type of the clay soil. So see here, it is clay soil, it is silt, and it is sand. We can divide into three types. So in clay soil, you can find mostly the secondary minerals. It means not from the original minerals like quartz, and secondary minerals, whether it is silicate minerals or other secondary minerals. So in clay you can find only secondary minerals. So if we can see in the silt. So if we see silt, you can find um, secondary minerals, other secondary minerals, silicate secondary minerals, other silicates, other materials, and also you can find primary minerals in silt. So you can find three primary, secondary minerals. Primary and secondary means secondary minerals silicate and secondary minerals other type, and the primary minerals, then this type of the soil called silt. Another is called sand. So in sand you can only find the primary minerals and other secondary minerals, not find secondary silicate material. You can't find secondary silicate material in sands. So that's why we provide this graph, so you can understand easily what is the content of the sand and the silt and the clay in the various types of the soil across the globe. So we move forward and see another thing. What is the organic fraction of the soil? So see, first we see minerals and second the organic. So see here, organic fractions of soils are rich in carbon and contain plants, animals, and some living and some dead. So if we see the organic content basically rich in carbon, and content mostly plant, animal, whether it is living or dead. So some in the various stages of the decay, the organic content most of the soil rather low, typically less than 5 and includes humus. As you know, only 5% contain organic material, 45% minerals and 50% pore space, whether water and air. So water, air, so this is only 5%, but this is very significant for the soil productivity and also and the health of the soils and etc. So that's why this is very significant. So a durable, partially undecomposed form of organic matter called humus. So humus in these 5%, humus is very significant because so it contains approx 50% of the organic material. So basically, what is humus? So humus is a durable, partially decomposed form of the organic matter. Basically, this is also organic matter, but this is partially decomposed. It is durable. So humus and other organic matter are vital for the soil health. So this is very significant for the soil health. Why? Because they improving the infiltration, retaining the water, decreasing evaporation, retaining and recycling nutrient, reducing erosion by binding soil together and providing energy source for the organism. So that's why this fraction, organic fractions are very significant for the soils. So let's see here what is the percentage of these organic. So after a land cultivated for the couple of decades, much of the decomposing organic material active fraction, so it is active fraction, it means 50%, maybe 33 to 50% active fractions, basically consumed by the animal, plants and microbes in the process of the nutrient become available for the plants. So after a decades, a more stable, so it is a active, it means it can reduce and changes, but a more stable form of organic matter is humus. So it is a stable organic matter, so it is stable and another is unstable, which can be make up half of the soil organic matter. As you know, humus 50% of the organic matter contain humus. So humus act like a sponge. So humus is very significant for the soil health, also act like a sponge, and they absorbing up to 6 times of its water it's as big. So it is very significant for the soil productivity, soil health, and also in the agriculture and all that. So that's why this video is also very significant for the civil services mains examination. So we move forward and see what about the pore space. So it is all organic material, 5%, 45% mineral, and what about these 50%? These 50%. So what about these pore space? So see here, soil approximately half of the pore space filled with the air and the water. So amount of the pore space is the material, it's called porosity. So what amount of these pore space present in the various soils material are called porosity. So it's also expressed as a percent. So if means 10%, it means 1/10 of the material in pore space. So if we see here, so if we see the pore space, it means 10%, it means 1/10 of this whole material are pore space. So as you know, commonly sand and other things have basically 40 to 45% or 50% pore space. So let's see here. It is pore space, it is soil particle, it is pore space. It contains water, it contains air. So see here, the sand in a sandy soil like shown here, basically it is a sandy soil. So see here, big grain. So are commonly 35 to 40% porosity. It means 30 to 45% pore space, whereas clay rich soil can have well 50%. So if we see the clay rich soils has porosity 50% porosity and maybe more than 50%. So clay soils are very significant. So if we see here, soil air content is inversely proportional to the water content. So if we see the air present here, water present here, and some air. So air and water inversely proportional to the pore space, because if we increase more water, it means less space remaining for the air. So the compared so this air, basically this air is not as atmospheric air. It is very different from the atmospheric air, because it is typically has a higher carbon dioxide content and another higher relative humidity and lower oxygen. As you know, the atmospheric air contain more oxygen, but these soil air contain less oxygen and more carbon dioxide and humidity and relative humidity. So that's why this is very different from our atmospheric air. Another is water, and basically these water are not that type of the water free flowing in the stream. Basically this water is basically adhere with the soil particles. So see here, soil water. So soil water is not free flowing variety. So if you present if you see these water present here, but these water are not as water found in the river and other water body. It is different type of the water, and basically it is adhered to the soil particle. So if you find around on and around all these water present in the soil particles, like here, and not as the free flowing water. So that's all about the soil, basically soil formation, soil content, and all that. If you want to know more about basically the soils, and basically what type of the soils and how these water and basically water and soil, so what is the interaction between the water and soil, then you must watch our upcoming video. So for this, and if you have any questions regarding the geography, basically in the geographical concept series, then you write in the comment box, and we will provide you a specific video on your demand. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks a lot.